here is what you should do. First thing you should be thinking about is this: where you ask for your where you ask for your, I'm just looking at the jobs I've currently got open, where you ask for your reviewers will dictate part and parcel of your strategy. That is because here in Australia, there are not as many people who are Prime members as there are in America. So you're more likely to find a Prime member in America than you are in Australia. And so the strategy changes a little bit, but not much. Not much. So in America, Amazon buys data from Facebook. I don't know if you realize that Facebook sells your data. You all know that you're the product of Facebook, I'm sure of that, but I don't know if you realize that Facebook also sells data to companies like Amazon. That's why it is incredibly important, if you are looking to get reviews in America, you do not have friends of yours on Facebook, because Amazon buys that data and therefore they can tell if your friends are friends. All right, so that's why we don't do that, and that's also why I blanket say don't do it, because there could foreseeably be a time in the future here in Australia where Amazon starts buying data as well from Facebook. So the data privacy laws here in Australia facilitate Amazon doing that. In Europe, well, England's a separate entity now, of course, but in Europe, like Germany, France, etc., they don't do that. They can't do that. Data privacy is much, much different, and so it's not a concern. But in Australia, it's got the potential. That's why blanket statement. All right, so with that being said, what the hell do you do? Well, you've got to post a job on Upwork to look for an Amazon virtual assistant, and you want to make your job very, very loosey-goosey, very, very nebulous. You don't want to talk about what you want them to do. Just talk about it's for Amazon related activities. Okay, that's all you want to do. Virtual assistant. So you will find that there are loads of people who will do this for you. So if you are in America and you want reviews in America, then you should come to the filters and go to locations and find people who are in America for you. So that's what you want to do there. Northern America, blah, blah, blah. All right. And then I'm going to also look for folks who have at least done something. So anybody in the USA is a potential person for you, and you want to invite them to your job. So you would invite them to your job, all right? Do not, under any circumstances, type into Upwork what you want them to do. Instead, have a phone call with them, and in that phone call, build rapport, and then say, here's what I want you to do, and see if they'll do it that way, okay? Don't just type it in, because Upwork analyzes that and they'll take the listing down. So don't do that. Speak to them, because what you want to make sure that you trust them firstly, because you're going to be giving them money to buy your product. All right, that's what you're going to be doing, and you will do that before they buy the product. So whenever you've got a thing where there's trust involved, my strategy every time is I will trust you before I ask you to trust me. That's always my strategy. So if ever there's a trust thing going on, I always go first. Always go first. So with this, what you will do is you've got to give them money to buy your product at full price. That's what you have to do. And then they will go and buy the product and leave a review, and then you will get some of that money back from Amazon. Not all of it, because you've got to pay for the postage and Amazon's fees, but the remainder you'll get back. Okay? And you must do it at full price, because you want verified reviews. Of course, it's important that your reviewers are able to leave a review, so they want to be Prime members. in America or in Australia, they've spent over $50 in total on Amazon.com.au. That's very, very important. But that's the strategy. It's super easy to do. It works every time. And let me tell you, folks are very, very happy to do this deal, as long as they like the idea of your product, of course. Then they're very, very happy to do this deal to get the product for free. And what you want to do, if you pay them through Upwork, you must pay them 20% more than the product costs, because Upwork takes a 20% cut of their fees. So you've got to pay them Upwork fees as well. And that's how you get your reviews. It's a really easy strategy. It works like gangbusters. Here in Australia, the only difference is that you need to make sure, of course, that they've purchased sufficient products on Amazon to leave reviews, but given that they have, no difference at all in terms of the product itself. Hope that helps. Hayden says, how much money have you lost by doing that, Neil? Zero money. I've never ever been ripped off at all doing this, and I've done it heaps. You know what? Most folks, 99.999% of folks are good people. They're good natured. They've got good hearts. They're not going to rip you off. I don't get that we're going to get ripped off thing, because it just doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. That's why you speak to them. You build rapport with them, have a laugh and a joke with them. You'll be fine. It's no dramas at all. Hope you are cool with that. All right, Hayden. So I think, my friend, that is you covered. You need to build trust. That's what it's all about, Hayden. So just have a laugh with them. Trust is just a function of, hey, I'll pay you. I'm not going to expect you to go and get the product and then me give you the money back, because then they've got to trust me. No. I'm going to pay them the money. They're going to use the money to buy the product, and that's how I'll get my money back, because Amazon's going to pay me my fees back, my sales fees back. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.